Good morning, good afternoon, friends. This is Tracy Brown, your somatic nutrition therapist and attuned eating expert. And this week, we are talking about the things that sometimes hold us back. And in this week's video series, we're talking about 4 things and maybe what may be holding you back. And, I always want to have some how-tos about how to help you get through that. So let's get started. On Monday's video, we talked a lot about 4 things that I see people really struggle quite a bit with. Fear of criticism from people, culture, like basically being in this culture, and it almost being like a mirror it's almost like a reinforcer of the things that didn't go quite right. Our past, in our past, it's almost like when we haven't dealt with our past, it makes us project into the future that the same things will happen again. And sometimes there's a self-fulfilling prophecy about that. And then the busyness of the world, it's really hard to feel like you're building momentum and that the changes that you see other people making can work for you if we keep ourselves way too distracted. So we talked about that on Monday's video. I do hope you go back and look at that. It was fairly detailed. And there'll be more details on the blog post coming up that I'll be putting all these videos together, making a summary, plus adding some more how-to. So make sure you check that out. That'll probably come out this weekend or so. All right, now on today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about fear versus faith, right? Because they're kind of, fear's here, faith is here. It's really hard to be in a place of hope. So with these things that are holding us back, when we don't believe that they're tenable, all right? And so what can build our faith? They're on the idea of that I cannot be afraid of what people think. What about our culture? How can I live in faith in a culture that, really makes a lot of money off of me being scared about fears of rejection, about what people think about me, about the care I'm going to get? How do I deal with my past? And how do I, just not hermit off? I still have to work, I still have to do things, but not be overly busy in this world. So faith allows us to do that, because faith in this whole process says, if we have fear of rejection, of people criticizing us, what we can have faith in is that if we take a moment to really settle down into literally again, your feet, your seat, your back, and slow down to recognize not everything is like our past, which will help us with the past thing here in a second. Not every person, not every circumstance, not every experience we have is out to get us. And we have to have faith that we can restore our nervous systems, our amygdalas, to a place where I can neurocept, my nervous system can tell what is good and maybe what is not, and let go of what is not. Because remember, other people have some of the same traumas and stuckness that we might have as well. And those aren't people that we rely on to help us feel safe and good about ourselves. We orient to the good. Culture, the same kind of thing. Remember, culture is just out there as an influencer, I guess, to help you decide how you're going to make your decisions. We have to renew our mind that culture isn't really the decider of doesn't have to be the decider of how you spend your money, where you live, how you live, who you hang out with. Those are influences that are trying to get your attention, but it doesn't mean it's indefinite. So we have to have faith that culture is just an influencer. It is big, it is loud. We've been in a dominant one for a long, long time, but that doesn't mean that's the only one you can be a part of, right? So that's really important to recognize. It's an influencer, but not the only way. Sometimes the way can feel a little not as easy, or maybe a little lonely sometimes, but that's why we're here. That's why I do these videos, to help you have a place to land around that. Our past. we have to excavate the belief systems that are faulty. We have to do our trauma work. We have to regulate our nervous system to orient toward the good. And this is going to happen in co-regulatory safe relationship over and over and over and over and over again. And over again. And that's really important to put yourself in a position with people, with groups, with one-on-one support that can help you separate your here and now self, that can make choices and that can be competent around how you care for yourself. Separate that from the past and even how everybody works, which goes to point number 4, the busyness of the world. Remember, our world is designed, the culture, it's fast. Everything moves fast. And I think it's important to recognize that you do have some say. Even if you work a 9 to 5, you do have little pockets where you can make decisions about how you move your body, how often you take bathroom breaks, your water intake. Little things help you slow down. Laying on the floor, taking time to watch this video. You might be at work right now, sneaking in, watching this video. And my hope is that it helps you slow down. How am I doing? How is my body being held up by this chair? How hungry or full am I? All of these things help you slow down. Bringing nature back into your life will help you slow down as well. And so here's our video for today. It wasn't that thought out. Obviously, I did a lot of hedging. But I really just wanted people to think about what is available to us to deal with these 4 things that really hold people back. That I hear people kind of collapse around. I can't do this. This is too hard. It takes too much time. And it's usually because we haven't identified these things that are holding us back and really worked on the faith piece of like, this stuff will work, but are we really slowing down to the barriers in which it feels like it's not getting anywhere? So I'd love to see your comments below about what you're doing to deal with fears of criticism of people, how to deal with living in this culture, deal with in your past, and the busyness of this world right now. How are you noticing those 4 places in your life? How have you noticed, like, 1, how that's holding me back? Like, what are my limiting beliefs about how to take care of myself, if you have any? And what am I currently doing that's actually making a difference? Or what might be missing? So put those in the comments below so we can all kind of grow and learn as a community. And if this helped you, I appreciate you sharing with others. Thank you so much, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.